You can be my queen, baby. Monkey love.
Well, we kind of, it's kind of becomes sort of a project where it's technical. We work it out technically, and then we work out how we actually gonna theme the song, and what we actually gonna write about.
Yeah, so kind of have the same direction kind of for the album.
Yeah. So it's the same direction, and we always work on a theme to start off with, and
Yeah.
that's how.
And
That's
all
how
the
we
ideas come from that theme. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like unicorns and fairies do exist, so you know.
Fairy tales. Yeah, I think a song always starts as an idea in your head, and I think to try and portray what's inside your head is magical enough to be able to get it out.
Yeah.
And I think once it comes out, perfect example in our last album was Monkey Love for me, and
Yeah, it kind of just magic happened.
it just happened, and it was probably one of the best songs on that album that I personally think.
I would dig to jam with Slash.
That would be cool. Yeah, that'd be really cool.
He's one of my heroes.
Yeah, I reckon that would be cool. I think for me, because I'm more of a folk writer, I would love to perform with Simon and Garfunkel. One of my ultimate favorites.
Yeah.
Lyrically, they're very good, and that would be my ultimate.
Yeah, the harmonies on stage as well. You know?
Yeah, that would be quite some.
Be the king of my jungle. All I want is
I think the important thing is that you just be yourself, that you write according to the way you feel, and that you don't have to follow any specific genre. I mean, an album can be of different songs. It doesn't necessarily have to follow one specific beat or one specific tune. Although it has a theme, you can have different types of rhythms, and I think that's what makes an important album.
Yeah. I think I've learned from the technical side of the recording and putting sounds together, soundscaping, and all this. I've learned a lot. Putting the sounds together as a whole.
I think we've both grown. I think we've both grown in our understanding of music. Writing music is not just writing. It's actually an art. It's like an artist taking a canvas and actually drawing.
Yeah.
And getting what he wants out of that picture. And I suppose that's the same way with writing.
And we're kind of painting with emotion.
Yeah, and what you portray as an artist should be able to come out in your music where other people can feel it. In other words, if you're going to write a happy song, the person listening to it must feel happy. If you're going to write a sad song, that person should be able to feel sad. It's like acting it out. And I think for me that's what I've learned the most important about that is actually portraying my feelings.
do it when you can't go on if you leave it undone. Oh, you gotta rush.
It's a good part of the creative process. I think getting Rob in studio.
Actually getting me to write down the songs.
Yeah,
and
to get the lyrics down on paper.
keeping them on paper, not having to look for my lyrics all the time.
Yeah.
I think the most difficult part of being creative is not writing the same type of tune or the same type of song all the time.
Yeah, don't be repetitive.
Don't be repetitive in what you write. A perfect example for me is you listen to her music and it's all the same. And you want to be able to have that diversity, and I think that's the hardest part.
Diversity. And especially staying within an album or a genre.
That's right, Joe. Especially if you want to, if you got a theme and it's to stick within that theme, but to be different. Each song must be different.
It's not good when you can't go on if you leave it undone.
I think the most important is to keep your music simple.
Keep it simple, keep it straightforward.
Yeah, I think with the first album we had a lot of instruments. We were working on trying to fill up a song and making it sound full. And I think that way we put too much in, and I think too much isn't always good.
Yeah, it's more like opera more than a
Yeah.
song.
And I think with this new album we've kind of simplified it in the sense that it's more sort of down to earth, and it's just the basic instruments
Yeah.
that a normal band
From the
play.
heart kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think I've also learned listening to other people and their opinions about what you should be doing. That's also, it doesn't work out for me.
No,
I
agree
think
with
we
that.
just go with what we know and go with what we want and how we think it should be.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you want to be known as an original band, that's what you should portray.
Should be doing, yeah.
Yeah, I think that you shouldn't have to follow other people. I mean, people shouldn't say it sounds like.
Yeah.
You know, the moment somebody says your song sounds like, then I would rather can that song and
That's something else, yeah.
yeah, I'd rather do something else.
Isolate like a loaded gun.
I think it all starts. It could start as an experience that you've had. It could start as something that you feel. For example, one song that I wrote once was a song that I'd watched from was inspired from a movie, and that movie inspired me so much that I wrote that song. And I think, yeah, it sometimes it just pops up.
Yeah, it comes out
Comes out of nowhere.
Sometimes you're driving along and you think, that would be something that would be good to write
Yeah,
about.
I mean, or yeah, you know, it's. I think a lot of music today is sort of love songs, which is kind of nice, but you've got to be able to be clever in that,
Yeah.
and it's got to come from your heart. It's a feeling that it could be an experience, it could be an idea, it could be a phrase
A thought pattern.
or a thought pattern, or it could be a memory that you had years ago at school, or you know, at home, or whatever, you know. As an artist, and I'm sure I can speak for most artists, if a person is listening to my music, and for me the greatest achievement would be hearing my music either on air or in a car, and being able to feel a feeling of the song is really great and it makes me feel good. How does it make me feel? What does it make me want? What does it make me want to do? You know, and can it bring out a certain emotion in me? And I think that's also very. I think that's important in a song, to be able to bring that out, and not just write for the sake of writing because it rhymes or because the beat rhymes, but it has on somebody's life. And I think that's what every artist wants to achieve.
That's the kind of thing you want, utopian, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you want people to enjoy your music. You want people to see a meaning in your music and not just listen to it because it's got a nice beat.
Monkey love to choose.
I think we've gotten a little bit more rocky.
Not as folky as the last
Folky.
one.
Still folky, but not as
Yeah.
much. Kind of left out a lot of instruments. We want more of the basic kind of
Raw.
from the heart kind of instruments. You know?
Yeah.
It's,
I think it's easier to do it that way instead of just trying to find gaps to fill.
yeah. So they write the music correctly, that you don't have to have other instruments to embellish what you already have.
Exactly. How successful was our last album? I don't think we really expected any big success.
Yeah.
But I think the most
It's an experimental thing.
I think the most the achievement of it was that we got onto air, onto radio. We're able to sell our songs on iTunes, which is, I think, a big achievement as it is.
It is.
And I think just the fact that we were able to pull it off with the minimum amount of money that we had to do the album. We were able to print an album, print a CD. We were even able to do a music video, which was, I think, an achievement on its own.
Yeah.
And without that album, we would never been able to do this album. So, in a way, yes, I think the album was a success. We are going to move towards marketing more into the internet, and using it more that way.
Yeah, more digital side more than
Then
hard
in-
copy release.
I think that's also, yeah. I think that's going to be hopefully the success of what of the second album. And hey, look, you grow.
Took so long now to make up your mind.
But you write all the lyrics, don't you?
Oh, okay. No, well, I think we kind of share the lyrics. You can write together and get different ideas. And the nice thing about it is that we never disagree. And I think for my side, I enjoy writing, but I think more technical. Gary's a lot better at working out sort of technically how the song should sound and where the song should actually go.
Yeah, and go where chords should go, where
Yeah.
you know.
I think that's important about a song is you know, I mean, I can write, but if I haven't been educated how to write, it's not a good song. You've got to know where everything goes. And I think Gary is more the technical side of that, and I suppose I'm sort of more the creative side in the sense
Feel
of what
side,
words
yeah.
to put where and stuff like
Yeah.
that, you know, the feel side.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think together we write the songs together, and
Yeah.
I think that's the nice part.
We kind of, when a song comes out, we have a look at it and we kind of explore all the avenues, and then from there choose the best one. So we never really said, it must be this way or that way, you know.
Yeah, we never argue
Find
about it.
out first which is the best way,
Yes.
and then go with that.
Yes. Well, I always think that Gary has sort of the better idea because he's the more technical way of thinking in a song. And I think that I think that's always been what our recipe is that we've been able to take that, and you've been able to say to me, look, you know, this sounds better if you sing it like that,
Yeah.
or this sounds better if you wrote it this way, you know.
Yeah. Most of the time he disagrees, but hey. I'm in a couple of projects. We're busy working on a rework of Monkey Love, and a kind of upbeat dancing
Yeah, more
version. Techno doof doof.
Yeah.
Monkey Love, yeah.
See how that goes. Hopefully it'll go viral.
Yeah, I think it's doing well. We're gonna put together a nice little home video for it as well.
Little jingle, yeah.
Yeah,
It's gonna be cool.
See what happens with it. And then working with a couple of other musicians, you know, sort of sessioning songwriting with them as well. So it's,
Yeah, I'm not involved in that. It's all Gary's projects.
yeah, Rob's doing his other stuff as well. He's doing his projects.
Yeah, I've got a few live gigs that I'm involved in, and a few things that I would like that I've got in the pipeline. But I think ultimately the most important project is coming here and being enjoying writing music
Yeah.
and doing what we do.
Yeah, sitting in the studio and
Yeah. And even if it's never ever successful, hey, you know what? We enjoy doing it and we
enjoy
love
it.
it.
So what better hobby can you get?
Yeah, exactly.
What have we done? We haven't lost our
How different are we to other South African bands?
I don't think we really care whether we're different or not.
No, I don't
We
think.
write music for the sake of
Yeah, you
writing.
shouldn't be compared to other people. You should be what you are, and
Yeah.
you know, if your music's not liked, well, that's not your fault.
So, yeah, just do
It's
something else.
Yeah, you
Go
know,
and, you know, play rugby or something.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think it's kind of if you do sound like a South African band, well, be proud you're South African.
Yeah, exactly. And try not to sound so well. Yeah, everybody says, "Oh, they sound South African," you know.
Yeah, well, I
And
avoid it. We
it's
are
di-
South African.
it's difficult. We are South African, and I think, you know, I think to be a South African band, you got to add in what your culture is, and if you don't have that as a culture, and if your music doesn't portray your culture, then that's not what you are.
Yeah, it's kind of almost fake, but in a musical sense. you know.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, why do you want to sound like Nirvana or sound like whoever? I mean, be yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, record label is 008 Records. So that's pretty cool. It's like, you know, one step above James Bond. You know? So
Yeah,
one up
exactly.
on James. So
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. That's one of the reasons. One of the excuses we came up with.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? I mean, I don't even think we know. I don't
It
even
could be
think,
one up on James Blunt. Who knows?
who knows? It just sounded good.
Yeah, works for us.
Yeah.
There's nobody in the band called James, so
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about that. We're not trying to be like anybody or try anything. I think it was just a name that we all stuck with, and it's quite original. I think.
comes out the mouth nicely.
Yeah, One Up on James.
Remember the name.
Monkey see and monkey do. Don't you know?
What type of artist would I like to be known as? I think one that thinks out the box. I think one that that is original.
Yeah.
I think we all want to be original, and I think we all want to be.
Yeah, don't you put in a box, you know, that sounds like this and this sounds like this.
Yeah, you sound like so and so, or you know, you want to be like, or you are like. You know, I think
Yeah.
just being original and the type of artist. I think someone who who's looked up to.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to be able to, when I leave this godforsaken earth, I want to be able to leave a legacy behind. And if I can leave that behind as an artist that wrote good music. I mean, if you look at the Beatles, Beatlemania, they changed the world. They changed the lives of people. They changed the world and
Change the face of music. As
face of music. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to say that that's what I'm going to do, but maybe I could change the life of someone.
Exactly. Aim high.
And what?
Yeah, recording in an album studio, yeah, it's seems like we've got a lot more control over what we're doing.
Yeah, it's a lot more personal.
Yeah, a lot more personal. We don't have to listen to, you know, this guy says it has to be like this because it has to fit in within the labels.
Yes, yes.
You know, recommendations or whatever.
Exactly, and I think we have. It's not like a business. It's like you know, we try and have as much fun as we can.
Yeah.
And if we don't finish a song, we don't finish it. If we end up sort of just singing one lyric or even just, you know, we can do that. And I think the nicest thing about doing it in a little studio like this one is, yeah, it's just personal. It's
Yeah. And you kind of get time to spend on whatever you want to do. You don't have to have, you know, there's budgets and there's deadlines and there's,
yeah.
you know, you can sit and experiment without, you know, people saying, come on, you know, we need the studio, so hurry up, you know.
Yeah. I think also a nice thing about it is that it's actually proof that you can bring out just as good a sound in a small studio than what you can in a huge big studio. I think you can achieve that, and we've done that. I think we've actually done that.
Yeah, that's what we're kind of aiming for, so hopefully we have done it. I think we have done with our first couple of songs from this album,
Yeah.
so hopefully it carries on.
Well, that's a wrap.
Yo,
Keep
that's a wrap.
out for One Up on James.
Yeah, keep an eye out for the new album. It's coming out hopefully sometime soon.
Yep. And we hope that you're going to enjoy it, and we hope that how we feel in that album, you'll be able to feel as well.